started watching the newest season of Black Mirror, and I couldn't help but ask myself, is Netflix trying to warn us of itself? I know it sounds crazy, but the more I kept watching it, the more it made sense. What if in some weird, twisted, subconscious way, Netflix is trying to tell us that they control pop culture, and that they're not afraid to keep that control at any cost? So, let's analyze it together. Alright, let's start with the first episode of Season 6, titled Joan is Awful. Warning, spoilers ahead. So this episode starts with Joan. She's a cruel boss, cheater, and overall not a great person. And if you've seen this episode, you know that Joan's real life becomes a viral Netflix, aka Streamberry, series that is being generated by an AI computer called the Quamputer. Now this AI is able to create a CGI episode of her real life in real time by listening to her through her phone, computer, and other smart devices. Joan could easily get rid of this problem by just getting rid of all of her smart devices and not giving the AI computer anything to write a script off of. But that's the thing, she can't. Joan is picking the convenience that these devices bring to her life over her privacy. And more importantly, she needs those devices to be able to know what people are saying about her. Because even though the whole world hates her because the series has gone viral, she still for some reason has the fear of missing out on her own demise. There's also the problem that even if she got rid of all of her smart devices, she still cannot escape Netflix, because that means that everyone she interacts with would have to get rid of their smart devices as well. And we all know that's not going to happen. So that kind of leads to the age-old question, which is, if the only way for a Netflix or an Apple or a Google to not be able to track you was to get rid of all your smart devices and then not interact with anyone that has a smart device, would you do that? Honestly, I'm not sure what I would do. What would you do? Now, it's no secret that Netflix has had its fair share of controversies over the movies and TV shows that it's allowed on their platform, but I'm wondering why they decided to take all those controversies and put them on blast in the season opener. It's like Netflix is completely okay with addressing the narrative that they have done some pretty sketchy stuff on their platform, and then making that into a plot line for this show. If you think about it, this season opener, Netflix is the main bad guy in the whole entire show and is completely okay with being labeled and seen as a money-hungry corporation that is willing to flex its power however it sees fit. So it kind of brings me back to my main question that I asked myself throughout watching these episodes is, why are they running with this narrative? And I think it's because Netflix knows it'll get attention and people will start talking about it, and it will feed the cycle of Netflix being in the ethos of pop culture, which it has been for the last 10 years now. But is Netflix trying to warn us that they're going to continue to hedge their bets on the data they've collected on us, on what they know we want to watch and what we'll talk about? For example, in that first episode when the Netflix CEO is talking to the news reporter about how they're making these personalized series based off the CGI algorithm that's listening to your conversations, they say that they're going to title all of these series, the person's name is awful. And the reporter asks, well, why is it awful? Why not is awesome or great? And the CEO responds, they tried that. But through their A and B testing, they realized that people, consumers, respond to awful way more than awesome or great. So she essentially admits that the negative connotation, the drama, the stuff that's more provocative is what gets people's viewership and retention. And that's why they're going that route. So when I zoom out and think about this, all of Netflix's popular IP, their Netflix originals, have to do with really negative stuff. Whether it's serial killers, whether it's drama on reality TV, people getting their hearts broken, or series that have to do with traumatic situations that have happened in real life, or IP that has trauma or very negative things. So I think Netflix in this episode kind of called out themselves and us as viewers. I think they're saying that, hey, y'all like watching this negative stuff, we're gonna keep making it until you prove us wrong. So the question is that edgy, negative, dark content really what we like? Or is this just a trend? What do you guys think?